Hello, guys. Today we're going to talk about ideal client avatar, and today's session is going to be interactive. So grab some pen and paper because you're going to be writing down. And if you need, just pause me. But this is something which you cannot literally skip because this is so important. If you don't know how to create the ideal client avatar, I've got you covered. So it's all the questions you ever need to ask yourself when it comes to your ideal client. So grab something, pen and paper, and we're gonna start. Basically, you don't have business if you don't know who you're serving, and it's not enough to know only, oh, okay, Yola, I'm serving women in their 40s, or I'm serving mothers who just want to lose some weight or something. It's not enough. You need to know your client inside out, because later, when I'm going to explain to you about the writing the copy, you literally going to write the copy based on this client avatar. So please don't skip this out, okay? So write it down. Imagine that your client is coming to your shop and is want to purchase product. Let's give the client a name. Let's give him even a face, or you can sketch the face, or you can even make it with the internet. You can make it in paint. This is what I mean. You can give this person the personality to be more relatable. So, what is your client name? Write it down. What is your client occupation? Because this have absolutely everything to do with your business. Because if you, for example, serving only nurses, and then the nurses got some big pay cuts, obviously that's going to affect your business. So you need to know what is your ideal client occupation, just roughly, just roughly. What is your ideal client age? And this is very important, because when you're going to set up later Facebook ads or Instagram ads, you're going to define this by age as well. You can define your clients. What is your client's gender? What is your client income? And this one is roughly, of course, because you cannot know all the your ideal clients' incomes, just roughly. Are those the people who are getting pay by commission? This is very important. Are those people who are self-employed? Are those people who are working 9 to 5? That's very important for you to know, because if they're working under commission, then you don't know when the money is going to come. If they're working 9 to 5, then you can actually pinpoint some paydays and make like special offers around the paydays. So that's very important. What is your ideal client marital status? Are they married? Are they widow? Are they searching for somebody? Because obviously you have to take this into consideration. The people who got the family, they tend to make a financial decision with the family members. So before somebody purchase your high ticket offer, they will very likely consult their husband. So you have to know that. People who are living by themselves, the singles, they are more likely to make a lot of emotional decisions instead of people who are obviously having a family, because you have to think about others. So that's very important. What is your ideal client education? Is there any specific location where is your client at? That's very important question. So please stop and don't skip this. Just pause me if you need it, and just write it down. Answer to every single of this question. Okay. And then we gonna go more personal, and we're gonna go more deeper. So what are your client passion? Are they passionate about something? Because it's very likely that you can bring your product and connect with their passion, and therefore you are just creating irresistible offer they cannot say no to. So if they've got some passions, just milk it and just create the products around it. What are their needs? Do they need something desperately? Do they have some problem which need to be fixed? What are their hobbies? You see, people tend to spend a lot of money on their hobbies because we are spending based on emotions. And later, when I'm going to talk about emotional triggers when it comes to selling and buying, you're going to see that actually the most profitable niches, there are niches around some hobbies. So, what are your ideal client hobbies? What are your ideal client values? Are they going to purchase the products which are ethically sourced? Do they don't really care about this? Are they vegans? This is very, very important. What's your ideal client aspiration? What is the environment your ideal client is at, because environment actually make us. So if your client is around the people, for example, who are not willing to invest in themselves, it's very likely that your ideal client is going to have this kind of blocks which you as the business owner have to overcome. So it's very important to establish what is their environment, what are their interests, what they are interested, what they checking when they opening a newspaper. It's very, very important. What are your clients pain points and challenges? And this is the most important, because if you can create the product around this, which can overcome their pain and their challenges, then guys, you are literally gonna be very, very profitable, because our human tendencies is to keep us away from the pain and keep us closer to the pleasure. We don't like pain. So if you actually can know your clients pain points and challenges, you can write a copy based on this one, which we're going to go in another videos, and you can benefit from this very, very massively. So now we're going to dig a little bit deeper. What are your client main points and challenges? This one we talk about. What is your client, the issues he's facing at home? This is very important, because if your client is facing some issues at home, it's very likely that he's not going to be focused on whatever product you are serving. So, for example, if you are producer of the chairs, and your client's main pain point at home is that your client's got the children, and the children don't have stable chairs, this is where you can actually link your business with this issue. So that's very important. What is your ideal client issues he's facing at work? Again, what are your clients' favorite brands? This is very important. Can you name them? And what these brands have in common? If you can actually see the link between those brands which your client is already consuming, it will be easy for you to establish yourself similar in position similar to those brands. So your client can see you as something what he already knows and what he already recognizes. So that's very important. What is your client's spending habits? Is your client spending money when he gets paid in the payday? If so, maybe it will be good to create some offer around those days. Is your client saving? If so, you can include this writing in the copy that you can save that much percent buying now. It's very important what's your client spending habits. What is your client hoping for? The hopes and dreams is so, so, so important, guys. What is your client dreaming about? When your client is waking up, what is the first thing he's hoping for in this specific day? This is very important. What is your clients want to run away from? Remember, we are buying because we want to keep ourselves away from pain. So whatever he's running away from, this is the opportunity for you to make money. Yes. What is your client's values? This is also very, very important. And of course, you will be guessing, but I can assure you that this guessing actually gives you more advantage in the business than not guessing at all. Because many people don't stop and don't do this client avatar, believe me. And this one is very important, being relatable. You have to just relate to your client. And how the best to relate? By using the stories. People love the stories. We see each other in the stories, and we can relate to each other from the stories, you know. When we've been like million years ago, that was the storytellers who've been, you know, telling us the stories about how somebody was fighting with a tiger, and this is how we learn from the stories. So the stories are very powerful, and I actually make a video about stories and how to own your story. What are your ideal client have in common with you? This is very important. Like, for example, in my business, I'm helping women to get healthy. And me, myself, I got diagnosed with endometriosis. I suffered 20 years. And after that, I put my illness into remission. So this, me and my client, we've got a lot of things in common because I was literally my client. So when I was doing this ideal client avatar, that was actually very easy for me. How do you relate to your client? Can you relate, like, if, for example, if your client want to save, can you relate? Was there a period in your life then you've been saving? Just write down everything, because you're going to use it later in the copies when you're going to put together very nicely constructed stories. Write 3 stories that describe the ideal client struggle that you overcame, which is very important, because it's not only make your ideal client more to relate more to you, but also will position you in the position of authority. You had the same struggle, you managed to overcome it. All of the sudden, you are expert on this one, because basically you done it. You've been there and you done it. This is very important, guys. And remember, know your ideal client inside out. There should not be the thing which you don't know about your ideal client. Get obsessed about your ideal clients. Later, I'm going to show you how to actually find out which words is your ideal client using and where to find your ideal clients. But for now, it's important that you know this one, okay? Know your client's bigger pains, because you know the more pain, the more gain for you, sadly. But that is true, because we humans will do everything to keep ourselves away from pain. And know your client biggest desire. So this is everything for today. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you very